Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When you are done a favor, you don't ask for details. So if someone comes and saves your butt from a situation, you don't demand that, while you take me by car, can you bring a Bentley? Only a Bentley. But if I let you over there, Gigi, you will be dying. So I guess if I bring a motorcycle or scooter, you hop on it, and we go away from that situation that you are in. So I'm talking about you don't ask for anything else if someone is doing you a favor voluntarily. They don't have to give you. Like I always give the example with homeless that I invite in my house. I give him a bedroom. I give him a bath. I don't give him a bathroom as well. And then I cook for him dinner, and let's say I cook for him a steak. I make a steak, and then while I'm getting the best meat for him, and I put him in front of him, he just says that he doesn't like it because it's not done his way. Remember, he's a homeless. So what would I do? Pick him up, toss him outside, and you. Too bad I was so nice. So the same here, we have Ukraine, and Ukraine is that homeless, which is in need, because without me coming and getting him inside, he would be outside and die of exposure, which is Russia in this case. Ukraine alone cannot withstand Russia. From the very beginning, they were done in 2 weeks. And they will be done again in about 2 weeks now with the leftover weapons they got. If the West, the helpers, the volunteers, the good people come and take the resources back. So you actually have nothing to say. It doesn't mean you can't say, but I always can say, I always will have the upper hand. Why? Because I am the one who keeps you alive. But if you have Chutzpah, then obviously you can do whatever you want, right? Or you at least try. And they are succeeding because there are some people who cover for them. So I'm going to show you here two things regarding this issue. Right here, this is the first one, Ukrainska Pravda. Defensive stance leads to freezing of war. So Ukraine is in a defensive stance right now because they've been losing, and they are preparing for, defensive, how should I put it, operations, if you want. And this guy says, so defensive stance leads to freezing of the war. Well, then go and attack. Have an offensive then. Well, we can't. Why? Because you're the homeless. He says this guy right here. That's the second issue on this video. The first one is with the statements. The other one is with the person and his position. Defensive stance leads to freezing. Maybe, maybe not. Just recuperate. You get your things done. We're going to give you more weapons, and then you counterattack. When you're strong enough, when you eat the steak, you eat. I'm going to feed you for a while. Then after that, you find a job. And after you find a job, you can save some money. I help you with an apartment, and then buy. And you're good to go. This is help. Okay? Now, he says, no, the steak is not good. I demand the good steak because this steak is not going to be on my liking, and I don't like it. And that's all that matters. So it leads to freezing of war, which who's we, the Ukrainians, right, will never accept. Now, remember, this is the homeless saying that he will never accept to eat my steak because it's not of his liking. He doesn't like it. So he's negotiating with me. Well, it's not up to you. If I pull the plug, you're dying of exposure. So if the West doesn't give any money, any weapons to Ukraine, which they are in charge, Ukraine dies. Okay? But we will never accept. So what's your option, Yermak? What are your options? If you will never accept, okay, let's say we say, okay, well, you know what? We will not give you anything more. All right? Bye, see you, never. What will Yermak do? I tell you what he's gonna come on his knee sucking a big thing. That's what he's gonna do. Because he has nothing. He has no cards in his... The only cards these guys have is we will negotiate with Putin and be on his sphere of influence, and we're gonna stab you in the back. That's the only thing these guys in charge of Ukraine have. But the guys in the West can eliminate them in 20 minutes. All of them. Maybe not Zaluzny, but maybe Zaluzny as well. They can eliminate these guys in, I'm not promoting that, but it happened before. So if these guys go rogue, the West is not going to say, wait a minute, we invested, you're just a little chip over there that we're going to use. We invested in destroying Russia through you, so you have no say here. But we will never accept. It's just a game. It's not up to you. Because with you or without you, we're going to continue doing what we do. How? We're going to get rid of you guys that don't accept, and we're going to put new ones. That's it. The second echelon, which is always there in the wings. And that's what it is. So you have no chance. Just try, Yermak. Just try. And what are you going to do? Let's say the West say, okay, we're not going to intervene. The Russians will destroy you. But the blackmail is no, we're going to talk to the Russians, and the Russians will let us be in power, continue to be in power if we cooperate with the Russians. That's the blackmail. That's anything these guys have. But in the meantime, before they finalize their phrase, the West will take them and done. Guarantee you that one. The fish is too big, too big to be just left alone on its own. It needs to be fried, which is Russia. So that's the first point. So that's the first point. And the second one, have you wondered who is this guy? I mean, he is he's the head, Andriy Yermak. He's the head of the Ukrainian president's office. You know what that is? This is like in the United States of America, that would be the White House chief of staff. That's what he is. He's in charge of the president's office. That's all. That's all. Have you ever heard in your life, the chief of staff of the United States of America, being so vocal about US's issues, or I don't know, meeting presidents, going to Davos? Do you even know who is the United States' chief of staff, White House chief of staff? I always bring this up because I didn't know. Why? Because he's unimportant. He's unimportant. He's right over there. You're doing your internal job in the White House around the president. You don't talk to the presidents, to prime ministers, to military. You show up at the White House. But hey, because I'm at it, I'm going to show you who this guy is. Right here. This is the White House Chief of Staff. Right there. His name is Jeff Zients. Jeff Zients, the Chief of Staff of the United States of America, is Jewish. And so is Mr. Yermak. And he's the Chief of Staff of another country. Just a coincidence. How many Romanian-born natives chief of staffs do you know in France, Great Britain, United States of America, Ukraine, or anywhere else? I tell you how many. 0. How many French do you know besides France, if they still have, or maybe they have a special one? Huh? So it's just a coincidence. Don't connect any dots. I forbid you for doing that. So again, this guy, he says that we cannot accept. We will never accept. It's not up to you, boy. That's the first thing. And the other one, why is this guy so important? In my world, or in the world that is around us, and that's not my world, I mean their world, the prime minister is what Yermak does. And the prime minister is also Zelensky Stein. He's also Jewish. His name is Shmihal, Denis Shmihal, appointed. So is Yermak appointed. So was Reznikov appointed. So you figured it out. I mean, I know what's going on, but YouTube, what are you going to do about it? Remember, they cannot. They are over there, homeless. They will die of exposure, Russian exposure, but we cannot accept. You got to give us what we want. If you want to take me out of this danger, you better bring a Bentley, okay? Don't bring a freaking Toyota Corolla or something. No offense, right? Luxury. I want to live, big. Thank you very much for being with me again today. These are the guys that these guys support. That kind of weasel. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.